What's going on, guys? Sir-lionhart here with a quick channel update to pretty much inform you on what footage you should expect on this channel and when you should expect it throughout the month of March, which is literally this month. I was actually planning on making this video last month, but it's already March, so this is the March update video that we're going to be doing here, and I'll be going over what footage you should expect, and I'm also going to go over my Anime Milwaukee 2015 experience while talking about what we recently just covered and uploaded on this channel. So to begin, I just want to go over what we recently just finished. We just got done completing Persona Q, Shadow of the Labyrinth, and oh boy, that was just a journey, dude. We spent over 100 hours just doing dungeon crawling in that game. We got almost everything done that you could possibly do on one playthrough. All the strolls were viewed, every possible stroll that I could view. I pretty much viewed almost every quest that was available to me at the time before I beat the game. I did. And yes, I do know there were like a couple of quests you could actually do after you beat the game and reloaded the same file, and you can do like a couple of other quests, but those quests pretty much required you to beat the Reaper. And I'm like, dude, I already beat the Reaper. Like, why would you make a quest to beat the Reaper after I beat the game? They should have had that before you beat it, you know? But there was another quest right after you beat the Reaper. You could actually fight Zeus or something. I'm like, nah, it's not even worth it. And then on top of that, to fight like the ultimate bosses, you had to pretty much do a new game plus of Persona Q. And I was like, I had to play through the Persona 4 side and then play through the entire game again just to unlock the ultimate bosses. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not about to spend an extra additional whatever amount of time. Like what? Well, since it is New Game Plus, it would probably take less than half the time it took the first playthrough to pretty much get through that second half. But I don't feel like going through that the dungeons and then doing like all the random encounters. No, I'm not gonna do that. They should have just allowed you to fight the ultimate opponents immediately right after you beat the game, or right before, like have you do all these quests and then like have you beat the game again just to do the ultimate bosses. No, they should have just had it right there for you to do if you were to like complete all the quests or something. That should have been like one of the requirements, rather than beating the game twice just to fight the ultimate opponent. I've never been good, like I've never agreed with that. I just wish like more games would allow you to do I wouldn't even say post-game content, but would make a lot of their content available before you beat the game. But that's just me. I prefer to have everything done before I fight the final boss. You know, when I beat the final boss, that's it. That's it. There's no need to go back, you know. I'll probably play it in like a few freaking years later to replay through the journey, but why I don't want to go through the entire game again just to have to freaking fight one more boss. But you know what? That's just me. We're done with Persona Q. I thought it was an okay game. It was obviously a cash grab because by the end of the game, it was completely useless. I'm not even going to spoil it, but almost everything that happened in that game was completely useless. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I swear to goodness, things still happen in Persona 3 and Persona 4 that just completely make Persona Q look completely useless. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people who play Persona 3 and have like one or two favorite characters, you understand why I'm saying that. But anyway, we've done Persona Q, we're finished with that, and then right now we're actually starting back up Tales of Hearts R. So I've recently been playing that, and it's a lot more easier to record because Persona Q, like I would sit there playing for like 2 hours, and then after like 2 hours, I would literally get like one episode because there were so many random encounters, there was so much dungeon crawling. But in Tales of Hearts R, it's an event after a battle, gameplay, side quest, battle, event, main story. All this stuff is going on super quickly, and I kind of like it because it's a lot more balanced when it comes to actually spreading out the gameplay with the main scenario, or you know, the plot. Instead of like Persona Q was like constant random encounter, dungeon, one event, dungeon, dead end, event. There you go. You get to fight a boss. Like, it was just so much more dungeon crawling than actual, like, I guess you could say, plot advancement in Persona Q. But you know what? I'm done talking about Persona Q. Yeah, I'm going to pretty much continue playing Tales of Hearts R throughout this entire week. And once we complete Tales of Hearts R, that's when we'll start moving on to newer projects, which I'll go over after I cover, or pretty much tell you guys about my Anime Milwaukee experience and go over like what else we've been doing. Like, I want to say about 3 weeks ago, I actually started doing other things other than Let's Plays. I actually branched out a little bit with our first episode of The Lion's Den, which was pretty cool because I didn't expect to get like that well. I didn't expect to get positive feedback on The Lion's Den at all, to be honest. I was like, man, this feels kind of rushed. I didn't really take my time as much as I wanted to, but I said, you know what, I just want to get it out there. And then it looks like it did get a lot of positive reaction from everybody, so I'm going to continue to do it, but this time I'll probably just take my time and do more quality effort. But I want to say I still put time into it, but not as much time as I wanted to put into that episode, because I still did the layout, I showed the footage, I had the little interview text going on along the line. The thing that I didn't get to do because I didn't have the time, or didn't take the time to do them, was actually add annotations on top of the video, like these tabs. Like, oh, you want to hear me talk about the gameplay? Click this. You want to hear me talk about the story? Click that. If you want to hear me talk about the characters, click this. You know what I'm saying? So it would make it a lot easier for people who wanted to, you know, hear specific parts of my analysis. Just go click, 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 and they'll click to it. But I didn't add all that stuff to it because I was like, you know what? No one's going to care about that anyway. But I think I'll probably do that for like the later episodes, for like maybe episode 2, because episode 2 of The Lion's Den, I've already decided it's going to be Final Fantasy 15, because I'm pretty hyped for that. There's so much stuff going on. There's a demo coming out for that game, so I'm definitely going to cover that in my second episode of The Lion's Den. That's the official series name. I will definitely be continuing the Lion's Den series after the overwhelming positive feedback everybody gave me, which was pretty cool. I liked it. And the next episode will definitely be released later this month, March. I'll probably just do like I said I was gonna do Final Fantasy 15. I'll probably do like maybe one episode every 1.5 months, or you know, depending on like what games are coming out that I'm hyped for. Because the reason why I'm doing Final Fantasy 15 is because I'm actually hyped for it. I'm actually interested in it, and there's actually a demo coming out for the game. So I was like, why not? So I'm going to cover that this month. And the next episode will be released probably like whenever. I'll probably do one for Tales of Zestiria, or maybe even Sword Art Online Lost Song. But yeah, pretty much The Lion's Den is here to stay after the positive feedback that I've been getting. And then as well, I might start doing more montages, because like about a month ago, I was actually uploaded my first montage of Super Smash Brothers. It was a Zelda montage, and that was pretty nice. Like, the only reason why I was starting to do these new things is because I feel like I needed to do something different. Because Let's Plays or playthroughs, walkthroughs, whatever you want to call them, they were just... I'm not saying I'm getting tired of them. I'm not, because I'm still doing them, obviously. It's just, I feel like it was a breath of fresh air to do something else other than that. Because I used to do gaming shorts where I just do like exhibitions and stuff. Like, there's a complete playlist of like what I used to do like previously before I like got big on YouTube. I used to just do stupid skits with video games. Specifically with the Tales of Grace's F game. I made like 3 skits off of that. I think 2 had to get deleted though because copyright stuff. But there's one with I think Pascal and Sophie running around in a circle, and I just added music to it or whatever. That was a long time ago, man. My editing game got a lot stronger, but I definitely just feel like I needed to do something different other than just a normal playthrough or walkthrough or just, you know, blind playthrough, whatever you want to call them. But that pretty much covers what we've been doing recently, and now what I want to do is just talk to you guys a little bit about my experience at Anime Milwaukee, which was pretty interesting. And what I'll do is probably just post pictures of what I've taken this year and last year, and just show the videos as well as I just talk over my experience. And this year was a hell of a lot better than last year of Anime Milwaukee 2014, because 2015 was a lot more organized, it was a lot bigger, it was a lot better, and they were still fuck-ups, I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, these fuck-ups were not as big as last year. Oh, let me tell you, man. Like, this year, compared to last year, when it comes to attendees, I think we had like over 7,000 people attend. And last year, we didn't have that many people attend. And then it was still more organized. And I'm like, we have more people, but it was more organized than last year. That's interesting. Like, I did a lot more things than I did this year at this convention than I did last year, because last year I was mainly in the gaming room for like the entire thing, and then like I didn't even stay all 3 days because of how bad it was last year. Like, this year I went to the exhibit hall, where we would just pretty much I was actually went with a group of friends. I should actually say that first. I went with Will, I went with Terrell, I went with another friend, Jonathan. We call him John. We call him Johnny. Who cares? He's got way too many freaking alliterations to his name that we can make fun of and give him nicknames for. But I went with a group of friends. We did a whole bunch of different stuff rather than just the gaming room this time. We went to panels. We did actually some cool stuff. There was just this battle arena place. I don't know what you would call it, but like, you pretty much sign a waiver, whatever, you sign in, and then you can actually just go around just attacking people. It's not LARPing. I know it's not LARPing. You just pretty much, they give you a weapon of choice, a long sword. Nah, I wouldn't say a long sword, but you know, a long weapon, a short weapon, and I'll show footage of it because I can't explain it unless I show you it. I don't know what it's called, so I gotta show you the footage I took of it. And they were pretty much just going around beating people up. No headshots, of course, because that would have been bad. And they were just attacking. It was fun. It was a good way to let loose and just have fun. And be physical and, you know, get some good exercise in. But it looked fun. I didn't join in because it was already time to go. By the time we got there, by the time we joined that activity, it was pretty much time to set up for the next panel. So they had to leave, and they also had to set up everything, which was hilarious. I was like, no, I got the camera though. I'll take footage of y'all taking the chairs down and setting them up for the next panel. But yeah, it was cool, man. There was a lot of different things. We played Death Note Mafia, where you had to pretty much, Death Note Mafia is a game where you have to pretty much guess who the Kiras are. There's a team of Kiras, and then there's a team of investigators, and then there's like a day-night system. Like, during the day, you pretty much have to go through a trial, and you just have to pretty much, like by trial and error, guess who the Kiras are. And at night, the Kiras pretty much get to kill off anybody they want to, so they can kill like an investigator or like the special characters like L or like Jealous or something like that. It was a pretty interesting game. I enjoyed it, and I never expected to do it because my friend just said, man, come on, man, let's just do it. I'm like, man, I don't want to, but I did it anyway, and I actually ended up having a lot fun playing that Death Note Mafia. I didn't expect to, but I just did it because I was like, I'm tired of going into the gaming room. Why not just do some random panel? And I actually sat down and I enjoyed playing. There was a lot of things. We went to David Vincent's voice acting tryouts, and that was just completely hilarious. They pretty much had like contestants. I wouldn't say contestants, but people from the audience raised their hands. He would choose people to come up and try to voice act and just give them a script. They could just read off whatever, and then had them do like ridiculous things like, oh, read this script in Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice or something. Like, what? It was fun. It was a fun experience. And then there was another panel we went to that actually had Caitlin Glass, and as well as like Leia Clark and other, just a female panel pretty much going over like how it is to be a female in the voice acting industry or whatever. And it was kind of awkward because me and 3 dudes walked in there. It was like nothing but females, and I'm like, we should leave. But then my friend Jonathan and Will, they were like pretty much saying, dude, you know how awkward that would be to get 3 dudes, to see 3 dudes walk up out of an all-female panel. I was like, you know, you're right. That'll be rude, and I don't want to get attacked. So yeah, we stayed for that entire panel. It was actually interesting. They went over a lot of interesting things about how it is to be a female in the voice acting industry, about like typecasting and stuff. They went over typecasting, how like women seem to do really good with little boy voices or whatever. Friday was like that was the day I mainly spent in the gaming room. I spent the most time in the gaming room on Friday, which was the first day of the convention, because a lot of stuff they didn't even have set up right off the bat. Like a lot of the panels wasn't until like it wasn't scheduled for until like Saturday and Sunday. So we just decided to stay in the gaming room most of the time. I mean, we still walked around and took pictures and talked to people. It was one place I always wanted to go to during that entire convention, but I was unable to go because every time we tried to go to the maid cafe, it was either closed early or it was just a long ass line, and we'd be in line, and then once we get to a certain spot, oh sorry, the line's closed, the maid cafe is now closed. I'm like, oh, what the hell, dude? What the hell am I supposed to do about that? It's the same thing happened like what was it? Like, I was standing in line to get a damn autograph from one of the voice actors, Caitlin. She voices Yakumo in School Rumble, and I couldn't get the damn autograph because you know what happened? The line was so damn long that it was actually cut off early because they knew they wouldn't have enough time to have all these people there. So I was kind of salty. The same thing happened last year when I tried to meet Leia and then Bryce. Same thing happened again. I'm like, damn it, dude. So I can't get no autographs again. You just have to literally be there in line before they even, like 2 hours early before they even start lining up. Like, that's how ridiculous it is, dude. You just have to be there way early. You can't just walk in and expect to get it. The only thing I really haven't talked a lot about was actually the gaming room. And the gaming room was pretty dope this year. It was a lot bigger than the previous year. And they had everything. They had League of Legends. They had PC setups, Xbox Ones, PS4s, PS3s, PS2s, PS0, PS negatives. They had Nintendo GameCubes. They had everything, man. They had everything. They had arcade setups. They had these rhythm games I've never heard of, and they were in these arcade setups. They had Mario Kart in an arcade setup. They had NBA Jam in an arcade setup. They had everything, dude. It was really nice. But the only thing bad about the gaming room was that you couldn't bring in anything of your own. And that was really bad because me and my friends, like, we tried to bring in our console setup so we didn't have to check out anything, and unfortunately they said no, we don't, you know, want to confuse a lot of things up and thinking you guys will be stealing our stuff. Like, you what? How can you get that confused? Like, we got our names on the, we already got our consoles, our controllers, our accessories already tagged with our own names on it, but they still wouldn't allow us to go in with these consoles. So we had to walk all the way back to the convention center because the gaming room was located in the hotel. So we had to go all the way back to the convention center, put up all of our stuff in the coat check, because you can actually leave bags and stuff in coat check. And we had to pretty much walk all the way back there, put up our games, our controllers, our consoles and stuff, walk all the way back. And by the time we get back, they didn't change the rules because other people are bringing in bags, gaming freaking controllers, gaming consoles. And I'm like, what the hell, man? Y'all changing the rules after you just told us? Maybe it's because he saw 3 black dudes and he was like, nah, man, y'all can't be bringing in bags, man. Y'all can't be doing that. So, you know what? I think this dude was racist. Because we seen all Asian, every single Asian had a bag open. Alright, maybe I'm going a little bit too far, but no, but for real, they did change the rules and people were bringing in bags and stuff, especially on Saturday. Saturday, they got a lot more lenient and they just started letting people bring stuff in. They didn't really care because they knew it was kind of like weird because they were running a tournament for Persona 4 Arena. And that was the older game because Ultimax is already out, but they said they didn't have it. Thing is, my friend, or one of my friend's friends, pretty much went up and asked them if they had Ultimax, and they said no, they only had Arena. And then he flips the page to Arena and he sees Ultimax, like, oh, I guess we do have Ultimax. And then they started running the tournaments and stuff there. And yeah, they had tournaments too. I haven't even went into that. But the thing is, I didn't join any tournament. I did actually sign up for a couple of tournaments. One was for Super Smash Brothers. One was for Bomberman. It was a Bomberman tournament, and then the other tournament was for Ultra Street Fighter 4. And I completely did not go to any of them
And there was two reasons why. One of the reasons was because I missed the first tournament, which was the Super Smash tournament, and we had to be there before 12, and we missed that. I was like, you know what, whatever. And we decided to actually just do stuff at a convention that you don't normally do in a gaming room. You know, we just decided to go visit panels and do other convention stuff, and then we spent so much time doing convention stuff, we completely forgot how, like, we forgot to go to our tournament. So we pretty much got disqualified from every single tournament. Me and my guy Will, at least. Terrell, he made it to his tournament. He came in second place in Ultimax. So good for him. He did a good job. Everybody there was almost free though. Like, I kind of knew like Terrell was going to come in either first or second. I'm like, ain't no way in hell Terrell's losing right now. I was like, there's no way in hell he's going to lose. He's going to at least get first or second. Because I was like examining every matches. I don't even play Persona like that, but I knew my boy Terrell was going to come in first or second. And I was like, oh man, dude. They was getting hyped like, come on man, you got this. I don't know this guy, but you could beat him. I'm like, y'all just don't understand. Y'all lost. Like, y'all know y'all free, right? I ain't saying none of that. That's disrespectful as hell. I was like, man, just watch my boy. I think my boy Terrell got y'all, man. But yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun. I think I had more fun watching other people have fun. Like, I try to go there and have fun. I don't think I could have had as much fun if I had not watched other people have fun. If that makes any sense. I'm the type of person that has more fun watching other people have fun. I guess that's just who I am. But yeah, I didn't really spend all too much time as I normally do in the gaming room this year as I did last year or in the previous years. But that's pretty much my experience at Anime Milwaukee 2015. Oh, I almost forgot. I actually did meet up with a couple of people who watched my content there. I actually met 3 of them. One was from the previous year. His name was Chaz. I met up with him again. He was there in the gaming room. And there was a fan or a subscriber that watches my content. I think he was there. He played Shulk. And he was telling me, oh, aren't you Sir-lionhart, man? And I was like, yeah, man, that's me. And he was a really good Shulk because he was beating everybody in 8-player Smash and whatever. And he was really good at that game. He was pretty good at that game, but you know, I had to teach him a lesson with Zelda at least once or twice. He caught the foot, he caught the heel, son. Local gameplay is the best. But yeah, and I also met a younger girl who came down from Green Bay with her fiance, and she just walked up to me. I was so confused. I'm like, who are you? So I was pretty much shocked when I seen her just walk up to me and ask if I was Sir-lionhart. I'm like, holy shit, somebody just walked up and noticed me? Holy cow, man. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feeling to see that. I was just like literally out of my mind. I couldn't even respond to her for like a couple of seconds. I was like, what? And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry if I'm making this awkward. I'm like, no, I'm just being dumb. But yeah, it was a great time, and that's pretty much how my experience went. I think that was probably the best year I had at Anime Milwaukee by far. But that pretty much sums up my experience at Anime Milwaukee 2015, and now what we want to go over is pretty much the scheduling of uploads, as well as what content you should expect throughout the throughout the month of March. Throughout the month of March, and pretty much what we're gonna do is finish up Tales of Hearts R indefinitely. I want to finish that game before I start up anything else. I don't want to freaking move on to another project before I finish up another. I learned throughout the entire month of what was it, August last year? Like, we started up like 3 different playthroughs. We started up Akiba's Trip. We started up freaking Sword Art Online, damn it. And we started Tales of Exilia 2, and then like a week later we started up Danganronpa. But we actually finished most of those games, even though like 1 or 2 of those games actually carried on longer than they should have, because we started up Sword Art Online in August and we didn't finish it until 2 months ago in January. So I plan on focusing on at least one playthrough at a time for now. So we're going to finish Tales of Hearts R, and then after we finish Tales of Hearts R, we're going to move on to another playthrough. And I thought really hard about this, but I'm going to go ahead and play Devil Survivor Overclocked for the Nintendo 3DS, which is actually a remake of Devil Survivor 1, I guess you could say, for the original Nintendo DS, and it pretty much is a boosted version of the game. If you've played Persona 4 and then played Persona 4 Golden, it's something like that, I guess. I haven't really played the original Devil Survivor, but looking at the back of the case, they pretty much tell you, live to see the brand new 8th Day chapter, which I guess they added more story elements. And then, of course, collect infused demons to create more powerful creatures. Obviously, they added more demons. Many possible endings await in this hybrid traditional and strategy RPG. So that's going to be very interesting, because this game is a strategy RPG at the same time it's traditional. And it's basically like Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei 4 in one package is what I've been told pretty much. And I'm not sure how difficult this game is, but we're gonna try to truck through it. We've beaten every Shin Megami Tensei game. I ain't worried about no Shin Megami. We beat Shin Megami 4, we beat Shin Megami Nocturne, we beat Shin Megami Persona 3, we beat Shin Megami Shin Megami. We beat them Soul Hackers. We beat every Shin Megami game. I'm about that Shin Megami life. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna start up another SMT game right after we beat almost said Soul Hackers. Right after we beat Tales of Hearts R, we'll be starting up Devil Survivor Overclocked. Be hyped for this, because I actually played through like maybe the first 10 minutes. I was actually speeding through the text, but it had an interesting premise about some death clock or whatever. I didn't really pay attention, but the game looks fun, and I played a little bit of it, and the tactical freaking strategy RPG stuff, like from Fire Emblem, I actually get right off the bat. I'm like, oh, okay, I can only go this amount of spaces. I can only go around here, I can go here, and the enemy takes this amount of spaces to get here, so if I back up a little bit more, he won't be able to attack me this turn, and next turn I'll be able to attack him and get a back attack, blah 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 blah. It's stuff like that, and I'm kinda glad I played Fire Emblem before picking this up, because we all know how famous SMT games are for their difficulty. But we're gonna be playing this baby, and I'm actually interested in playing this, so we're gonna focus solely on this once we start playing it, and it's probably gonna run us until April something. Until the month of April, pretty much. And there was a couple other games I was thinking about doing, but I'm probably gonna save until summertime. And I just want to go ahead and share with you guys. Yes, I did pick up Rune Factory Tides of Destiny for the PS3, and I pretty much got into the Rune Factory 4 series because people recommended the game so many times. Katsu pretty much got me in the Rune Factory 4, and I was like, you know what, I'm interested in playing another Rune Factory game. I said it like after my playthrough last year. I said I would be interested in playing another game, and here we got Rune Factory Tides of Destiny. I'm not sure if it's just the same gameplay or whatever. If it's not similar, I had no clue. I didn't even look up this game's reviews. I didn't even go to GameFAQs yet. But I just picked it up because this game was only $20, and guess what? I had a $20 coupon for any game, any pre-owned game at GameStop. So I pretty much downloaded the coupon, and I got the coupon by pretty much just shopping at GameStop so much. I just accumulated so many points, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna use these points. What can I get? You can get this coupon, you can get this $15 off any product here at GameStop, or you can get this $20 coupon off any games, any pre-owned games at GameStop. And I was like, you know what, give me the pre-owned ticket. It's pretty much, it costs less than the $15 coupon, which is really funny. So I decided to go with the $20 coupon for the pre-owned. And then the funny thing is, you get more points if you buy pre-owned games at GameStop. So I was like, you know what, let me just go pick up a copy of Rune Factory Tides of Destiny. and I just went to my GameStop, picked it up, and they actually gave me a new copy of Rune Factory Ties of Destiny, because the disc is still in crisp and clear freaking condition. There's no scratches, no dirt, nothing. It's so clean. It's so stupid. Everything is in tip-top condition, dude. It's like, well, there's a reason for it, because my friend at GameStop told me. Well, that's a secret. I don't want to get him fired. But all you need to know is I'll be playing this throughout the, probably, I want to say June or July, depending on what game releases come out around that time. Because I know in May, Devil Survivor 2, Record Break, or is it Record Breaker, or is it Break Record? Devil Survivor 2, the sequel to, I ain't gonna say the sequel, but I guess you can say the successor to this game comes out in May. And I was thinking about just playing that, because I don't, the initial reason why I'm playing this is to get ready for that, right? And I'm probably gonna play the Devil Survivor 2 in May. And that'll be right after we beat this, because this is probably gonna take me about a month and a half, depending on how long the game is. And if I beat this quicker, like if I beat this before I even get to April, I'll probably start up a game, and that, like, I'll probably start up another playthrough. But the thing is, I don't know what. There's so many things I wanted to do. I actually been planning out a couple of things to do, guys, and one of them have been another game. I've had this since December. I was like, okay, if I beat one of these games early, I will actually do Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Birth by Sleep. I will not play 2.5. I will not play Kingdom Hearts 2. And there's a good reason for that. I actually like Birth by Sleep a lot more. I think that is literally the best game in the series when it comes to Kingdom Hearts. And it was on a portable console before anything, which is pretty hilarious. But I like Birth by Sleep more than I like Kingdom Hearts 2. And on top of that, Birth by Sleep takes place before Kingdom Hearts 2. So if I were to play Kingdom Hearts 2, it would be after Birth by Sleep. But the thing is, I cannot guarantee I will play this game, because there's so many other things I want to do, such as Star Ocean 3. I just want to do classic stuff. So I actually might start doing classic PS2 games that some of you might, you know, I don't even have my PS2 games over here, but I actually picked up a PS2 and a couple of PS2 classics. It was something, the Argus War or something. This guy kept recommending the game, but I completely forgot the name. It was something, but it was made by Atlas, and it's like a strategy action RPG, which is pretty cool. I played like the first 20 minutes of it. It was really interesting, and I almost failed the mission because I didn't know what to do. But the thing is, you needed to position yourself in a specific spot and then shut the gate on the monster. I was like, oh shit, this is actually pretty cool, because you actually have to do specific things in combat while it's an action RPG at the same time. So you have to tell your characters to do stuff like, hey, move over here, heal me, stay at that spot, heal me, dog, don't move. I said don't move, okay? And you basically gotta like shout orders at these people. You ain't gotta shout orders, but I'm just over exaggerating. But you gotta pretty much, it's like Fire Emblem meets that game is a freaking kind of, it's in a kind of its own. I can't explain it, but it's like a Fire Emblem meets mystery game. But yeah, it's like a really old classic game that I got, and I've just been wanting to do classic stuff like Star Ocean, Rogue Galaxy, just some classic stuff that I would like to return to and play, because Rogue Galaxy was the first actual playthrough that I started up on this channel back in 2012? Yeah, 2012 was the first time I actually started uploading playthroughs recorded from a Hapaj, and I never got to finish it. I got up to like part 12. You can actually go to the search bar right now and look up Rogue Galaxy, and I was actually recording like maybe, like I said, like maybe 12 parts of the game. And I've never beaten the game before, but I've always wanted to, and that's why I started up that playthrough. But I never finished that playthrough either, because Final Fantasy 12 or 13-2, yeah, 13-2 had came out, and I decided to do a playthrough of that instead. I mean, I just can't make up my mind when it comes to doing stuff, right? Ever since 2012. But yeah, I just want to do more classic stuff this year, definitely. And I've already confirmed the playthroughs for Rune Factory and Devil Survivor 2 when those games come out. But I cannot confirm Kingdom Hearts at all because I probably want to do something else for April. I was thinking like maybe another visual novel because it's been a while since we did one. I was thinking about finishing off Phoenix Wright. I think it's called Trials and Tribulations, and I've actually been itching to get back into some more Phoenix Wright after watching my friend Aura play, what is it? Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, and that actually was pretty interesting, but it dragged out so damn long, dude. But that's pretty much it for the gaming schedule. Again, I just want to go over it a little bit more so you guys will remember. It will be Tales of Hearts R. After we beat Tales of Hearts R, we're going to move on to Devil Survivor, and if we beat Devil Survivor early, we're probably going to move on to either Kingdom Hearts or Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. That's if I beat the game before April, because I'll have, I don't know, there's no games that come out in April that I want, because Xenoblade Chronicles come out, I believe, in April in Japan, but not in English. That's what people told me. And then after April, not only does Devil Survivor Overclock 2 come out, I'm probably going to play that. Sword Art Online Lost Song also comes out, which is another RPG, but thing is, it's actually an action RPG, so I wouldn't have to worry about grinding too much, because in action RPGs, you can usually get away without having to grind, because you can actually, like, usually laying out opponents in these action RPGs by doing specific tactics. And I'm probably going to start that up along with Devil Survivor 2 for the channel in May. So it's going to be, May is going to be the beginning of like summer for me, because usually around summertime is when like all these games start coming out that I want to play. Because 2 years ago it was Fire Emblem, Shin Megami Tensei. A year ago it was freaking Rune Factory 4 that I played, freaking Sword Art Online, all this shit. And now it's Sword Art Online again, along with Devil Survivor, along with some classic stuff I'm going to be playing for the summer. So it's going to be a very interesting next 6 months, I want to say, because there's a lot of stuff going on. I didn't even mention Type 0. Holy shit. I knew there was something. It was something I didn't mention. I looked over there for a quick second. I caught a brief glimpse of my new PS4. I was like, yeah, I got a new PS4. I don't think I ever mentioned it to you guys on YouTube, but I did get a PS4. And the first game I actually bought for it, I actually fully pre-ordered the game. And it's actually Final Fantasy Type 0, which comes out on the 17th of March. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to beat this game before the 17th. And I'm not going to start up Type 0 because usually when I play Final Fantasy or any Square Enix games, it usually, I want to say, it gets flagged by Square Enix in some kind of way. Because when I did the Paradox endings of Final Fantasy 12, all those videos got flagged and more. And then 13.3 pretty much flagged almost a couple of videos, but just the ending videos of Final Fantasy, Lightning Returns. And I'm like, you know what, I don't really want to take the chance with getting videos flagged on my channel at this point. I think I'll just stick to the good old-fashioned Atlas, the Atlas brand on my channel. They seem to be okay with everything I do with their games. But Type 0 comes out. I'll probably cover the demo of Final Fantasy 15 because, like I said, I was going to do the Lion's Den, right? And I'm going to pretty much do the Lion's Den episode, and then after the Lion's Den, I'm going to probably play Final Fantasy 15 demo. And then after I play the demo, I'll probably do an impressions video. Because like I said, I want to do more than just playthroughs and stuff. I want to do more different types of video series. So I'll probably just do like an impressions video after I play it on the 17th. I'll probably just, I'll pick up my copy of Type 0, right? And then I'll just put in the demo code. I'll open up the game, get the demo code, and play Final Fantasy 15 that day. Instead of playing Type 0. Because I know there's got to be like at least 1,000 other people like me who are just pre-ordering the game just to play Final Fantasy 15. But the thing is, I'm actually interested in, I am interested in playing Final Fantasy Type 0. It's just, to sweeten the deal, they added the demo of Final Fantasy 15 in there. So a lot of people, I know there are just people out there who only pre-ordered or are buying Type 0 because Final Fantasy 15 demo comes with the game. So I know there's a lot of people out there like that. It can't just be me And I was kind of motivated to get Type 0 because of that. I was already motivated because I always wanted to play the game since the PSP version. But then I got even more motivated when I heard the demo of Final Fantasy 15 was being released for it. So there's just so much stuff. This probably I missed. Like, I know there's a lot more game releases. I just can't list them all right now because I don't have a game list right here. I'm just going off the top of my dome, man, like a freestyle, homie. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, like, there's just so much stuff I just want to do, but I know I won't be able to do it all. That's why I just can't play Type 0. Even though it's a newer game, I just probably won't even play it on here. I want to be able to do Type 0, but most likely I can't do it on YouTube. I might stream like sessions of me playing it on like Twitch, but most likely you won't see me play it on YouTube. There's just so much that I probably cannot remember at this time, so I am probably just gonna leave it at that for the for the update video, because there's just so much more to talk about. I'm already talking about events happening in May and June and July. Like, we're still in the month of March, so why am I even going that far, right? So again, Tales of Hearts are, after that, we're gonna play Devil Survivor Overclocked, and then after we beat Devil Survivor Overclocked, if we beat it earlier than expected, we're gonna play Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations and or Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on this channel. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I don't know what else to talk about for the month of March. It's a lot of stuff I probably haven't even listed. And if you feel like I did miss something and you want to know what's going on with that and you have a question, leave a question down below in the comments section, or hit me up on Twitter, or shoot me and inbox me, or do stuff with the emails and shit. But technologies these days is crazy, right? But yeah, hit me up on Twitter, or just leave a comment down below in the comment section, or shoot me something in the inbox of YouTube, and I'll probably try to get to it. Most likely not on YouTube. You know, I take that back. Hit me up on Twitter, or just leave a comment below in the YouTube comment section. I apologize. I almost got your... If you were going to send a message to me in freaking on YouTube, I was going to read it. I don't even read half of the messages I get on YouTube. I'm not even going to lie, because I don't even use it like that for like messaging. But if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead. Shoot them at me. I will be ready to answer those. And I will see you guys for the next update, whenever that will be, hopefully in April, maybe even earlier than that, depending on what's going on. If something special happens or something crazy happens that I need to update you guys, I will keep you guys in the know. But if you guys want to stay in the know for life, follow me on Twitter, because that's when I usually update when I'm going to do something. I usually update when there's like a scheduled confliction or something happens, or I just want to do a random stream. And I don't even think I said this yet, but I'm actually exclusively streaming not Tales of Exilium, but I'm exclusively streaming Xenoblade Chronicles on Twitch. A full playthrough of that game exclusively on Twitch. You won't see it on YouTube. I'm not editing it for YouTube. I'm just going to play that game pretty much because I never beat it before, and I want to get ready for Xenoblade Chronicles X that comes out later this year in America. So I want to be able to just beat that game and get ready for the next game. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with the next game. Yes, I know, but I just want to play it because I've never been able to beat it, and I just want to get the feeling, get myself just in the mindset for Xenoblade Chronicles X when it gets released. That's the only reason why I'm really playing it. But if you guys have any questions, again, shoot them here on YouTube down below, or hit me up on Twitter. I will see you guys later. I'm gonna smack my cat on his belly. He ain't do nothing though. So I will see you guys later.